Yeah, it's about that time. Guys, I have been on a low buy for years now. It is something that is like to my core part of who I am at this point, and it's something that I plan on continuing just essentially forever. But at the same time, I love to do these low buy check-in videos every single month so I can come clean with you, so I can come clean with myself about, stuff that I bought, stuff I wanted to buy but haven't purchased yet, all of those categories, because it kind of helps keep me accountable, both to myself, most importantly, and also to you guys. Because if I'm going to sit here and preach about being on a low buy, how is that applicable if I am buying like thousands of dollars of stuff every month or something ridiculous like that? I do these videos every single month, and they are some of my favorite videos to do. I always say that. So what I'm going to be talking to you about in this video is everything that I purchased throughout the month of July, but then I always go back and tell you everything that I received in PR that month, because as I always say, I don't feel like it's fair to sit here and say, oh, I didn't bring anything new into my collection this month if there's stuff coming in from PR. I'm going to talk to you about items that I wanted to purchase but didn't, because I do always try to put stuff on a wish list and let it simmer there for a while before actually buying it. I'm going to talk to you about older products that I've been absolutely loving. These may be things that came out, a month ago, or they might be things that came out 10 years ago, but I'm re-falling in love with them. We are going to talk about items that I got rid of, and this is something I accidentally skipped in last month's video. I am so sorry, but I do have some juicy things to talk to you about for that one. And then the very last category, maybe my favorite category, is just other stuff bringing me joy. It's not going to be makeup, skincare, hair care related. It could be a book, a TV show, food that I'm loving, things like that, but just anything else that's bringing me joy. So let's start by hopping into everything that I purchased this month. You guys, are you ready for this? I don't know if you're ready. I did not purchase a thing in the month of July. And by a thing, I don't mean obviously like food or things like that, but I purchased no makeup. I purchased no skincare. I purchased no hair care. And I also, when I'm talking about the clothing that I've purchased, the clothing that I'm talking about is always what I refer to as like fun clothing, stuff that I'm going to wear out, stuff that are specialty pieces. I'm not going to talk to you about, like, yes, I will be honest, I did buy a very plain black dress shirt to wear to the office. That is very exciting. It was from Marshall's. It was $14.99. But that's not the kind of stuff that I talk about when I talk about what I purchased throughout the month. So I purchased nothing. This is a huge victory for me, because last month, guys, I purchased a lot, and they were all things that, I loved and things that sat on my wish list for a while, but I did purchase quite a bit of stuff. And I wanted this month to be less, and it has been, and I'm really proud of myself for that. But in this section, I do want to talk to you about some things that I purchased last month and give you an update on how they're doing, how I'm liking them. So the first thing that I want to talk about is the Road Glazing Milk. One thing that I had mentioned in last month's video is that I purchased this, but it was just kind of sitting in my drawer because I was waiting to use up one of my toners before I moved on to opening up a new one. And I did use that up, and I'll talk to you about that in the items that I got rid of section. But I've been using this for several weeks now, maybe 3 weeks straight. I am in love with this. The second I used it, the very first day I used it, I was like, this is absolutely going to be a staple in my skincare routine. Again, I did purchase this myself. This was not sent to me in PR. This is not sponsored. I'm just telling you my honest opinion. I love it. If you have normal to dry skin, I think this is going to be your best friend. I can't speak to how this would react on oily skin, but I will show you. So it literally looks like milk. It is white and runny. Shut up, I can hear the comments already. But seriously, it is just so incredibly moisturizing and balancing. I feel like this helps to balance my skin after washing it. And what I do is I take about 2 drops and I press it into my skin. I don't go like this, I just press it in, and it is so incredibly moisturizing. The hype on this for me is so real. I really love this. The second this runs out, I will buy another one. This is going to be my toner. Period. Also, let me scooch over so I can show you here. I told you all that I purchased this dress from Love to True, and when it came in, guys, I was so happy. I'll show you a little try on here. I was so happy with this dress. It is so incredibly good. This is a brand I had always kind of eyed but had never purchased anything from. The quality is amazing. So the top and skirt are connected, right? The top is like a thick cotton. There's no way you're seeing through it. And the skirt is almost borderline like denim slash corduroy. It's like a thicker material than I was expecting, has pockets. It is so beautiful and comfortable. Now, the one thing that I did mention in my video when I was nervous about buying this is the top, the bandeau top. I was worried that my bubbies were gonna fall out of the bottom of it, and they did, 100%. So for reference, I am a 32D. I bought a UK sized 10 in this dress, which I think is the equivalent to US size between 6 and 8, okay? My boobs definitely fell out the bottom. There was significant underboob. Now, if underboob is your thing, I want you to rock the hell out of it. I want you to show that underboob for the world to see. But here's my thing. I don't know why. I don't have any issues really with showing my arms or showing my legs or showing things like that. Sometimes I'll even show like a little bit of a crop, you know. But for some reason, my boobage area is an area I don't really show, right? I'm not big on cleavage, and I'm definitely not big on under boob or side boob on myself. On other people, who it is the hottest thing in the world. So what I did is I just wore a little bralette with it. That's where you see like the crisscross straps, and I was 100% comfortable. I felt supported, and I felt just comfortable. Like I didn't feel like my boobs were gonna fall out, which was really great, but the quality is so damn good. I am absolutely going to be ordering more from this brand. The price of it, I believe, was $102. It was not cheap, but the quality made it worth it. I also did buy this romper from the brand Midnight Hour, and guys, it fits perfectly. It fits like a glove. I haven't filmed a reel with it yet or a try on, but I'm absolutely going to. It is so good, and it is incredibly comfortable. Like it is a very stretchy, sturdy like cotton, so it is very soft, which is nice. The shorts underneath are my favorite part because the inseam actually has some length to it for once. I feel like so many times when you have these rompers, the inseam is maybe an inch. And guys, here's the thing, my thighs, they touch. They very much touch. And I prefer for there to be like a little bit of a barrier there. And this definitely has that. It is so comfortable. I can't wait to wear it more. I need to wear it at all. Like I think I've only worn it for like a couple of hours once, and I need to make good use out of it because it's so good. So yeah, I did not buy anything this month, but those were 3 things I bought last month I wanted to update you on. Now, let's go over what I received in PR. It was a lighter PR month too, which makes me so happy. I am so thankful to receive stuff in PR, but sometimes it can feel like a lot, right? It can feel like a lot. And even though when you receive PR, true PR, you are not obligated to post about anything. If you are obligated, then that is not PR, that is a sponsorship. That is completely different. But the stuff that I got, like, is all stuff I'm going to use, which makes me incredibly happy. Like, there's nothing in here where I'm like, I will not get much use out of that. So let's dive right in. The very first package I got, so this one is almost a little bit of a cheat. It was from Melt Cosmetics, right? So as you all know, I've talked about this before, but the, what's this actually called? The She's Alive powder that came out with the Universal Monsters collection is, I gotta tap it down, one of my favorite loose powders I own, okay? It does have a slight like peachy pink tint to it, but it is so silky. It is a very silky powder, and despite it being a loose powder, it's not heavy at all. I can press it into areas and it gives great like a blur, but it's not feeling cakey ever, right? I love this powder. They made it permanent and I am so damn happy. And they sent me the permanent packaging. So this is the She's Alive powder. The new powder is called Barely Alive. Now, here's the thing. Because I don't use much powder, this is still filled way up high, and I didn't want to hang on to a backup for like a year. So I did pass the new one on to my friend Betty Jean, and she's loving it so far. It makes me so happy, but I'm so freaking happy it's permanent because when this runs out, eventually I will purchase the new one. But with that, they also sent some backups of products that I already had. I'm going to show you the ones that I already, like these are mine that I've been using. And then there's two that they sent that I didn't have. So the stuff that I did have is first the Sandy Cheeks Cream Blush Light. I love this one. It is such a good like brown orange. Like this is a perfect summer color to me. I absolutely love it. This is, again, this is mine that I've been using for quite some time. The other thing that I already had, and I put the backup in my drawer because I love it, is the So High mascara. This is a curling waterproof mascara. So I use this all the time. The brush is curved, so it really like gets, where can I show you the curve? There you go. So it really like gets in those lashes and keeps the curl. Like it oddly helps to keep the curl all day. It's really nice. This is a very good lengthening mascara. Then they sent me two things, oddly, that I've really wanted but just never purchased. So the first one is Sepia Lip Pencil. This is a more cool tone brown, but it's not so cool toned that I feel like it makes me look dead, like a lot of cool tone lip products tend to do. And then the opposite of cool tone, they sent me Summer Lipstick. Look at this. This is just like summer in a tube. Their lipsticks smell so good. They smell like vanilla, but it's just really, really, really pretty. I really need to wear this more. I've only worn it once so far, and I really like it. It's a very good summer color. So I was very happy to have this, and honestly, there's nothing more surreal to me than getting Melt Cosmetics PR. I just gotta say that. The next thing I received is something that might seem so boring, but you guys have to know I was so excited to get this. So BK Beauty came out with a solid brush soap. They did bring it out in like a travel size and a big size. I haven't used the travel size yet. I'm keeping this sealed because I will take this with me on trips when I go in September. But the solid brush soap, let me show this to you. So first of all, it just looks like soap. It's just soap, but I prefer a solid brush soap as opposed to a liquid or a foam or anything like that, because I feel like with these, you really get into the bristles, right? You're not just getting the stuff off that's on the outside, you're getting anything that's really deep in the bristles. If that wasn't cool enough, first of all, it just is really good. This has coconut oil, it's all natural, it's vegan, great, right? But then you have the lid, right? It's no big deal. But there is a scrubber on the back of the lid. So what you do, here's one of my dirty brushes, okay? You scrub it first, you wet it with the ferrule down. Everything has to be pointed down because you don't want water getting in here. And then you swirl your brush in here, get it really soapy, and then you brush it through the scrubbing pad. This is similar in a way to like a Sigma, not necessarily the Sigma Switch, but the Sigma brush cleansing pad. And it really gets all the stuff out. Like, you will be shocked at how much product comes out of your brushes. And my brushes dried really, really soft, okay? Now, because you are using water, this is not like a quick drying soap. It is just a deep cleansing soap, and I really, really like this. I'm really happy to have this one. And if you like a solid brush cleanser, I highly recommend this one. Highly recommend this one above pretty much any other one I've used. And with that, they also sent me some backups of brushes, 3 brushes that happen to be my favorite BK Beauty brushes. So mine are dirty right now, I'm sorry, but first is the 101. This is an angled, very dense brush that I like to use for foundation. There is also the 109. This is a flatter brush that is still angled. I use this one for powder. And then my favorite concealer brush of all time, the A506. I've talked about this a lot. Again, angled, fits perfectly into the corners and you can make a sharper edge. These are 3 fan-freaking-tastic brushes, and at the time that I'm posting this, oh, I just realized BK Beauty is having their anniversary sale, so all this stuff is going to be on sale. Everything will be linked in the description box below, but they are having a sale. I love these brushes, but like, this soap is so good. I also received this that I admittedly have not tried yet. So this is by Peach and Lily. This is the Pure Radiance Brightening Eye Cream, and this is meant to illuminate and depuff. 2 words that obviously I would be very interested in, but it does come in a pot format. Let's see if I can see if it has a scent. I don't smell anything, but ooh, I do like, I haven't even opened this yet. Oh, okay, good. This is nice and creamy, and it glides easy, which is really nice because I feel like a lot of eye creams lately are very, very, very thick, which is nice and moisturizing, but at the same time, it can cause it can drag on this very sensitive under eye skin. I'm very excited to try this. The only reason I haven't yet is because, similar to the Rhode Glazing Milk, I have 2 eye creams that I'm this close to being finished with, and I'm determined to finish those first, but I'm very excited to try it. And then finally, this was a surprise for me. I was not expecting this, but the Merit Great Skin Double Cleanse Face Wash. So you do shake it. That's why the coloring is a little bit different. But this is really interesting to me. First of all, I've received Merit PR once, and that was many years ago. So I was so surprised by this. But I will show you. I don't want to waste too much product, but it is a foam, okay? It's a foam cleanser, and you use this similar to the way that you would use, I'm wiping it on my towel, that you would use like an oil cleanser. So you apply it and you really get off all your makeup. Apply it to like a dry face. Then add a little bit of water and work it into like a foam, and you will see your makeup melt off. But unlike an oil cleanser, I shook it up so there's bubbles now, but I have been using this quite a few times, so like there is some product missing. Unlike an oil cleanser. It's not like you need to go in afterwards with a soapy cleanser or a traditional face cleanser, because this does 2-in-1. I do really like it for that, and I feel like it does a great job at getting off most makeup. The only issue I found is the days that I'm wearing, usually like a waterproof mascara, it has a little bit of trouble with that. But to be fair, most of my oil cleansers do. Usually if I'm wearing the mascara like that, I have to go back in with a different cleanser just for my mascara. For my face though, I feel like it leaves it feeling very clean, but still moisturized, which is what I need in a face cleanser because I do have drier skin. And I feel like this does just a great job. Again, I've only used a little bit of it, so I can't be like, this is the end all be all, but so far I'm really happy with it. So that's all that I received in PR this month. Let's talk about items that I wanted to purchase, but didn't. There's only one thing on this list, and it's the same as last list, and it's the damn Mob Beauty Trad Goth collection. I still want it so bad. I am trying so hard to hold out for a sale from Mob Beauty on this collection because I want it so badly. It is a quad of eyeshadows, and it is a beautiful cool tone lip gloss. I want it. And I might wind up just buying it. But the pricing is ridiculous. I don't think I wrote it down, but the pricing, I want to say for the quad is like $65. The lip gloss, I want to say is 20 something. And then there's also a lip liner that goes really well with that gloss. That's not part of the collection, but still. So it would probably be about $100 when all is said and done, which is a lot of money for 4 eyeshadows, a lip gloss, and a lip liner. But here's the thing. This has now officially been sitting on my really want list for 2 months. And that's the point where I usually go, if I still really want it after this long, I'm probably going to buy it. And I'm holding out for a sale, but if I decide I want it, I am going to let myself buy it. But I'm going to hold off a little bit longer. Tell me down below, what's on your wish list right now? What has been on your wish list for a long time, or what went onto your wish list like yesterday? Like, what things are you like itching to buy? Tell me. Let's talk about older products that I have been absolutely loving. The first one I want to talk about is I recently did another 7 days 1 palette challenge, and I did it with the Nomad Okavango Safari palette. It has made me fall back in love with this palette. There is so much to do with this palette. There's so many looks you can create, and I feel like this color story is just so good. It speaks to my like little grungy nature loving heart. I think it's just really, really beautiful. And I was able to make so many fun looks that were like super dramatic or super like easy low key with this one palette. Challenges like that are really making me fall in love with my makeup collection again. Spoiler alert, I'm in the middle of another 7 days 1 palette challenge, and I'm just really loving it so far, and I'm having so much fun doing it. But this palette is like soaring to the top of my list again. I really, really love it. And then finally, so I did have a sponsorship this month, which guys, I can count on one hand the number of sponsorships I've ever had. And this one might have been like one of my most exciting because it's something that I already loved. I will say though, this video is not part of that sponsorship. Why I'm putting it in that section or in this section is because once I got the sponsorship, it made me fall back in love with this product. This is the Black Balm, the Black Lip Balm from Finding Ferdinand, okay? It is a balm that looks black in the tube, and this is what it looks like on the lips, right? It is this kind of like, I've been sucking on a popsicle stain. You cannot overdo it with this, okay? It is a lip balm, and it feels so moisturizing and so damn good. I've been keeping this in my purse nonstop ever since like I've started using it again. I have a feeling that it is just going to live in my purse from now on. Oh my God, I love this color too. I love this color so freaking much. And again, it's so super hydrating. You have 3 scents you can choose from, which I didn't realize. One is unscented. I didn't realize that was an option, but one of my girlfriends bought this who has kind of a sensitivity to scents, and she loves that she got no scent. I got mixed, I don't know why I opened it to show you the scent, but I chose mixed berries, and I love it. It smells sort of like blackberries, raspberries. And then the third one is chocolate, which I love the smell of chocolate. But if you do not know, I am allergic to chocolate. So I try not to put chocolate scented things like around my mouth. Like if it's a chocolate powder or something, that's cool. A perfume that smells like chocolate, great. But I try not to keep anything near my mouth where I might ingest it. So I went for mixed berry and I love it. I have also given this as a gift a couple times at this point. Again, I don't know why I'm taking it off. How low am I? I still have so much to go. I did think it was funny though. I had somebody comment on one of my videos and they were like, I don't know, it doesn't seem like it would last that long on your lips. Here's the thing, guys. This is a lip balm. It is called a lip balm. If you put on chapstick, do you expect that to last 10 hours through all of your meals? If you do, kudos to you. I don't expect that. I expect lip balm to be something that you reapply throughout the day. I will say I've had this one on. I just touched it up. I did just touch it up, but you saw how good it looked when I came on camera. I've had this one on for several hours now, and I think it still looks great. So anyway, thank you all also for just being supportive of my channel, because if it wasn't for you, I would never get sponsorships. And even though I've only had very few, I am so incredibly thankful for every single solitary one. And again, this video is not sponsored, but I have had sponsored content with them in the past, and it just means so much to me to get your support and everything like that. So, okay, I'm gonna stop being mushy, but just thank you. All right, let's talk about what I got rid of. So 2 of these are empties, and one of these is like a, why are you still in my freaking collection? Let's talk about the empties first. So look at how, okay, you can see it there. But then once I turn around to the top, like you can see how worn this is. This is the Sol de Janeiro Boom Boom Cream, and you can see it has been scraped completely clean, okay? Here's the thing, I will be repurchasing this because this is my favorite body lotion of all time. The reason that I'm not getting, so you might know that they have a refill now that you can use, is because I don't know if you heard, but this lid is broken. Like you have to, I have to push it on and it doesn't twist off. I have to like yank it like that. And here's the thing, like I've been doing that for so many months. So it's time for me to get a new jar, and then I will use refills after that. But this is hands down my favorite body lotion, end of story. This is another one where the bottle looks worse for the wear. This is the toner that I was talking about. So this is Breath of Fresh Air from Lush. This has aloe vera, soothing rose, and clarifying herbs for smooth, balanced skin. This feels so, this is what I use more as a refresher spray, right? I do use it as a toner as well, but this is a refreshing spray that just feels so good and refreshing, to be honest. It just feels like herby and beautiful and summer and spring, and it just makes me feel nice. The smell is definitely aromatherapy for me. I will be repurchasing this, but I will not be using this as a toner anymore. I will just use it as a refresher spray because, like I said, this Road Glazing Milk has my heart right now, but I really like this. There is not a single drop left in here. And then the why the hell were you still in my collection item is this Stila Smudge Stick Waterproof Eyeliner. And the color is it just called turquoise? Yes, it's turquoise, right? Guys, it looks so pretty. It's such a pretty color. I bought this so many years ago, I can't even count, probably 10 years ago. And it's yep, I'm scribbling on my hand. Where is it? Where is it? I went to use it the other day and it's dead. It's dead and gone. So this is also a reminder to use the good stuff. If you have a makeup item in your collection, use it. Don't let it sit there for a special occasion, because then you will have to just throw it away. And finally, other things bringing me joy. So I have a few. The first thing I want to talk about is my tattoo. I did get a new tattoo. I will put the finished product right here. Now, this was supposed to be a one-sitting tattoo. I had to break it up into 2 because, guys, as of right now, and I'll show you, it's back here. It's just very hard to see on camera. It is the most painful tattoo I've ever gotten. It is hands down the most painful tattoo I have ever gotten, to the point where like I felt like I was gonna pass out at one point. And I have lots of tattoos, guys. Like I have this inner arm one that did not hurt nearly as bad as this one, and they were done by the same artist, okay? It was excruciating, but in case you don't know, this is Madame Leota. She is a character that is in Disney's Haunted Mansion, and I love it so much. I love it. It's sparkly and beautiful, and it's glorious. I love it. I'm still debating, like I have a completely blank spot on the back of this arm, and I'm like, I don't know if I can handle it. I think I'm gonna try, but it's gonna be like smaller sittings for sure. The first one on this one was only 3.5 hours, and I had to tap out. I was so embarrassed. I know tattoo artists don't care, but I was embarrassed. The second thing I want to talk about, ooh, I'm sorry, I guess I was supposed to put this in PR and I didn't, but Liquid IV sent over their, they give me a chance to pick a flavor, and I decided to try this one. This is the sugar-free raspberry lemonade, and I really, really like it. First of all, I know I've talked about this before, but when it comes to things that are sugar-free, I usually am not a fan because I hate the taste of like Sweet and Low equal aspartame, any of that. I really hate that aftertaste. It actually really bothers me, but I really am trying to reduce sugar in my diet. So Liquid IV does not taste nasty when it's sugar-free, which I freaking love, and I don't know how they're doing it, but it does not have that nasty aftertaste. And this flavor might be my favorite of the sugar-free now. So it does have that lemonade flavor, but the raspberry gives it like an extra tartness. Really, really, really good. So if you like Liquid IV, I love Liquid IV, but if you like Liquid IV, try this flavor. I really liked this one. They also just came out with like a creamsicle flavor, which is not my jam. I haven't tried it, but I'm not a fan of a creamsicle flavor. But this one, bomb. So that's it. That is everything in my low buy check-in for the month of July. I can't believe we're already into August. August is going to be bringing me several concerts. I know I talked about that last time, but I'm going to get to see Billy Idol and Joan Jett and 9 Inch freaking Nails. I'm so excited, and just, you know, there's good things ahead. And I'll be able to talk to you guys more about this later, but I also want to thank you so much for your patience with me. I know my videos have been less this month, and it's just been a very stressful month for me mentally, and you guys have been there for me. And I mean that genuinely. You've been there for me, and you've been sending kind words on Instagram stories, you know, and it just means a lot to me. It really, really does. I love having that connection with you all. So thank you so much for being so kind and sweet and all the things. So anyway, that's it. If you enjoyed this video, I will put my last month's low buy check-in up here so you can kind of check that out, because again, these are like my favorite videos to film. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Those are all Glitter Fallout. And as always, 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 and forever, you guys are super freaking rock stars. I love you so much with my whole heart. Is it this way or is it this way? I think it's this way. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.